Congratulations to Executive Director Jacqueline Pata and all of the members of the National Congress of American Indians on your 72nd annual convention. For years, NCAI has been at the forefront of the struggle to protect the treaty and sovereign rights of Native Americans, advance traditional ways of life, and improve the quality of life for Native communities and peoples. The agenda for your convention is impressive, with topics spanning from violence against women to climate change, from homelessness to water rights, and from closing the digital divide to addressing youth incarceration. You are taking on some of the most pressing challenges facing Native Americans across this country. But your convention is so much more than addressing problems. As NCAI President Brian Clattersby mentioned in the 13th Annual State of Indian Nations address this past January, and I quote, "Indian country is leading, Indian country is innovating, Indian country is growing," end of quote. I am particularly impressed with NCAI's efforts to support Native youth, with the goal of moving from simply surviving to thriving. While those efforts must be designed and implemented by the tribes themselves, the federal government has a moral obligation to help provide the resources and tools so Native youth can break the bonds of poverty, avoid alcohol and drug dependencies, and to live full and productive lives. In fact, it is not just a moral obligation, it is a legal one. The federal government must honor its trust responsibilities to Native peoples. And as President Clattersby also said, it is time to modernize that trust relationship by moving away from paternalism and control and towards deference and support. There is no question that Washington faces a serious budget problem. But last time I checked, it was not because we are spending too much on Indian housing, healthcare, or education. It is not because we are spending too much on addressing the scourge of diabetes, improving crumbling infrastructure, or creating jobs in Indian country. It is not because we are spending too much supporting Native American veterans. It is time for Washington to stop balancing the budget on the backs of working people and some of the most vulnerable populations, and start asking the most profitable corporations and most fortunate among us to begin paying their fair share of taxes. And by the way, it's time to exempt the Indian Health Service and the Bureau of Indian Affairs from the ill-conceived budget sequestration. Thank you again for the opportunity of allowing me to say a few words, and I hope that you have a wonderful and productive conference, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thanks again.